Hurt in a car? Call our sponsor, William Mattar. 844-444-4444. With a focus on motor vehicle accidents, the team at William Mattar has handled thousands of cases like yours. Let them help you get the money you deserve after a motor vehicle accident. Rideshare, truck, motorcycle, car, only call William Mattar. 844-444-4444. Welcome back to another episode of the Sabre Report podcast. My name is Jonah.
I'm Christian.
And I'm JP.
And I don't know what to think of this team. I don't. I mean, I sort of do. I mean, hey, we talk a lot about them. You feel like as much time that we spend on them each week, you'd have some understanding towards them, but man, what a weird week for the team. What a weird two of their best wins of the season, maybe the two best wins of the year, coupled with probably their worst loss of the season from like front to back. I mean, maybe not. I mean, they made it a game in the second period.
They had
it was tied going into the third,
and it just fell apart completely.
Yeah, like you just look at that final score, 6-2 to
maybe the worst period of the year.
Yeah, is Calgary still last in the league?
I don't know. The Leafs are closing in on them.
Dude, what a weird Eastern Conference, man. I mean, I know
Calgary's second last now. Predators fell behind.
Nashville, what a mess.
Right above the Flames of the Canucks. Well, Elias Pettersson.
I think, aren't we like 5 points out of first place in the division?
Yes, we are.
I think
we're 3 points out of a playoff spot, 4 points out of second, 5 points out of first.
You still on Team Blow It Up, Jonah?
Yeah, I am. I am. I'm glad you're asking her. Yeah.
Still holding true?
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to have fun with the... See, I don't lose in this scenario. Either they make the playoffs or they don't. So... I mean, look, I've set.
Cope mode. He's like, I don't lose. I don't lose either way.
How many weeks have I been saying when they're healthy, they're a good team?
Yeah, we've been saying that since the beginning of the year, and they're getting healthy.
And they're getting healthy, and they look good. They're a pretty decent team when they're healthy.
Yeah, and it's a fun team to watch.
Yeah, I don't want to go into my whole spiel again. My thing has just always been the bigger vision. And I think more specifically the lack thereof. But yeah, I mean it's been a fun week, all things considered. You know, like Tuesday. What day was Wednesday? Was it
Monday, Wednesday?
Yeah, Monday, Wednesday.
You know, Wednesday sucked, but Monday. I mean, I was in the building. with Jesse. Ton of fun. Friday, 9 goals. Ton of fun. I mean, I know. Like, hey, that's how you take care of business against a team on the second half of a back-to-back with travel in your own building. 9 goals. And then today, I mean, hey, any game, you beat the Hurricanes at home. I mean, that's a good day. Good day at the office, you know. Yeah. Especially, you were going through all their bullshit, spamming shots from everywhere, getting called for penalties where you didn't even touch the guy and they're falling down. I hate them so much. They're the worst.
Phantom goaltender interference calls.
Yeah.
We had 2 of those this week.
Oh,
exactly.
Man. I don't even know what goaltender interference is anymore. But the level of it's so over to we're so back that we've had this week has been insane. After the Flames game, everyone, all right, let's, nail in the coffin, happen again. This team isn't going anywhere. And then you beat one really good team and one team that's been pretty good this year. I don't know what they are. It confuses me so much.
I'll tell you what they are. They're Newton's third law of gravity. That's what they are.
You're gonna have to give me the definition of that one.
For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. That's what this team is. That's what they will follow up. The worst game. Actually, just look at this week. All right. Yeah, they won 3 out of 4, but think about just the sequence of events. Maybe their best game, probably their best 60-minute performance of the season against Edmonton. Straight just dominating. Bullying Connor McDavid for 60 minutes. That is, I've seen Connor McDavid, I think, maybe damn near every year he's been here since he's been drafted. That's always a game that I'm in attendance for. that is the worst he's looked. Or he didn't even look. It's still Connor McDavid. He's going to get his looks, but just totally neutralizing him and their offense, and keeping Matt Savoy off the stat sheet was a nice bonus. Nice little bonus.
Invisible.
I actually thought he had a pretty decent game. He had a few good looks. He almost had he almost stuffed one. He almost stuffed one backdoor through his feet. Then he had like a little half one-timer in the slot that he shot right into Luukkonen. I mean, he didn't look bad. He didn't look like somebody who didn't belong, but kept him off the score sheet. And you just dominated as much as the Oilers have been struggling, just dominating for 60 minutes. And then you walk into Wednesday, and it's just one of the worst, just most deflating games.
It looked like a dead team.
Like maybe even more than the St. Louis game. Maybe.
It was worse. Yeah.
Like I would say
St. Louis game, well, here's the thing. St. Louis game, I think they just played bad the whole game, to be honest. The Flames, it was a game, and then they just had an awful third period, which I feel like that's more deflating.
Yeah. And they pulled away. Like St. Louis, I think even if you look at the numbers, like they still kind of like they quote unquote dominated the Blues game.
Mm-hmm.
Even though if you watched it, it didn't totally feel that way. Yeah, I mean the Flames just took over in the third. I mean it's just and then they follow up that with a combined 13 goals in 2 games against, like Christian said, a team in the Blackhawks who's been playing well, and then Carolina, who's the best team the last place Sabres took down the first place in the East, Carolina Hurricanes in regulation in relative convincing fashion.
Yeah.
I just think hockey's a weird sport. Like I kind of said that to myself after the Flames game, and I was like, I was talking to my coworkers about it because they're like, "Oh man, that was a tough loss." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's just such an interesting game. I feel like any game you walk into, unless, and of course it is a bottom 3 team in the Flames, but it's like unless it's an extreme outlier, I feel like a lot of games could be like 50-50. And it's just like it's almost like that any given Sunday parody. It's just weird. I feel like the parody of the game plays into it a little bit, but at the same time, you can't. You got to win that game. You got to find a way to win that game.
It's the way they lost.
It is the way they lost.
If they lost 3-2 and it was a close game, it sucks. They lost to one of the worst teams, but it would have been fine. But it's the way they lost. That's why it was so bad.
They come back being down 2-0, going into the third. They're like big third period, and then just lay the biggest egg at center ice on home ice.
And it was some of the same storylines and quotes from the players after the game too that we've heard the past 5 years with this group, saying, we got too high on ourselves. We thought we were gonna. Basically, they were saying that we thought we were gonna roll this team because they're not that good. It's like, you were what? They going into that game. What? They were 2 spots in front of the Flames. Why the hell are you getting high on yourselves?
I think they used that as a cop-out. To be honest, I think it's an easy excuse. I think their mental preparation.
They're trying to make themselves feel better. Like, oh, we came into it. We should have. We're the better team, and they are. But yeah. I mean, that's bad. That's bad. I mean, it's kind of a bad. It's a bad look on leadership, because you've been saying that since this team started winning games again. 3-4 years ago. They were saying the same things that season. That team would have made the playoffs. They lost 2 games in regulation to the Montreal Canadiens that year. They lost to did they lose to San Jose or Chicago? I think they lost that overtime game to Chicago in Chicago the one game, and they would say the same things after those games.
That Chicago game was the game our me and JP's old roommate threw a fit, and we were recording at the apartment as our first season recording, and you could just hear him in the background just screaming.
Not because the team lost.
God.
Because he lost money.
It was a mix. Yeah, it was a mix.
I think it was a mix. But sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Reminiscing a little bit.
Samuelson, after this game, he did call out. He didn't call out anybody individually, but he said there was a bunch of passengers.
I think that's so funny. He's been waiting 5 years to say that for him. He's like, this is how it feels. Right side of it. I can call people out now.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's earned that privilege.
I mean, when you're the Norris front runner, you could say whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. The dude's a freaking animal. He leveled a guy in front of the net today. I was like, oh my God. I might have to get his jersey. he scores the other night, like he
I
is
won't get his
different
jersey
this year.
because then he'll go right back to being who he was before.
Well, yeah, you can't do that, Christian.
It's weird. Like I said the other day, I was like, yeah, I could have named you 1,000 things that could have happened before I would have thought this would happen for this Buffalo Sabres season. Matthias Samuelsson to have a Norris caliber campaign. He's not going to get any looks though. I promise. I really don't think he's going to get many looks.
He
if he does, well, he's not gonna. I do wonder if he continues this level of play the whole season, he will get votes. Like we're approaching that stage. Like it's American Thanksgiving on Thursday, and he's been doing this from game 1 to game. I mean, what are we at now? They're 9-9-4, so
game
23 games.
22
after Wednesday. 23 games. Like you'll be able to say this guy. I mean, Lindy Ruff said it today. He continues to be their best defenseman, and it's the truth. I mean, I think Dahlin's back to doing Dahlin things. Like he looks himself again, which is great to see. But yeah, I mean, he's just another, what a great time because Bill Guerin was supposedly in the building. Like, it's not ridiculous at this point. Like, it's funny for us because he has been so rough these past few seasons and he's been so unavailable. If this continues, he's not going to be a starter in that lineup, obviously. Like, depending on when Charlie McAvoy comes back, he'll be back by then. But, to the Olympics, they take bigger rosters. They take expanded groups, and he didn't get invited to the initial camp during the summer, but I don't know. I kind of wonder. He captained 2 World Junior teams.
Or he plays for Team Sweden. Imagine he goes and plays for Team Sweden instead because he has the eligibility.
The dual citizenship.
Him and Dahlin playing together.
Who's the one? Was it Lane Hudson's loser dad that was like, oh, we might go play for Canada or some shit like that because he didn't get invited to the summer camp?
What an asshole.
Yeah. I really don't think it's that crazy anymore. Because like I said, it was great timing because he was great today. I mean, he was shoving guys to the ice left and right. He had a huge shot block in the second period on a one-timer. He's just been so damn good. I mean, he's maybe been the best shutdown defenseman in hockey this season. I don't know if there's been a better name.
And his offensive numbers are still insane for him.
And he's like,
how is this happening?
He's shooting at, like, he's not gonna maintain the clip that he's at, but it's not stupid high. Like, he's not
20%.
shooting. He's not
20.8.
shooting. Yeah, he's not shooting at a ridiculous percentage. It's only 20%.
Hey, goal scorers always have a higher percent. He's just a sharpshooter. I mean, that's just how it is.
He's turned into a dual threat goal scorer, shutdown defenseman.
I mean,
what
he's
timeline
tied
are we living in right now? This is wild.
He's tied for 6th most points on the team in 2 less games than a bunch of these players too.
That's just insane. Imagine if they gave him power play time.
It's crazy. I mean, we joke about it. He was out. We joked about it last pod or the 2 pods before. He was out there in OT. Like, he's getting legitimate looks. It's crazy.
And he scored an overtime winner.
Yeah.
What a good story. Never been so happy to be wrong. Never been so happy.
Where's the apology form? I can't believe
I have not seen a single apology form out there. I think everybody's
we might have to make it because it's insane.
Oh, don't worry. There's people out there who are,
Well, generally, it's supposed to be the people that supported him. I don't think we fall under that.
No,
I don't think anybody did support him, to be completely honest.
Oh no, there were a few. There's a few. I'm not going to name names, but
the Sabres scouting staff as one. Maybe they should send out some apology forms because they.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if you think about it, he's kind of putting up numbers and having the presence that Kesselring was kind of supposed to have coming into this year. Be a top pair guy, put up some numbers, have some offensive numbers, and be a physical presence on the back end. We already had him in-house, so do we need to make the trade? I mean, I'm joking, but that was what he was brought in to be, Kesselring, and obviously he's been hurt, so he's never been himself, but Samuelsson has made up for Kesselring being hurt, I guess.
If we didn't make the trade, we'd never have Josh Doan, who was the main piece of that trade.
unbelievable. 15 points in 22.
I think he's 1 point behind Peterka. No,
I
he might be
I think they might be tied now because Peterka had 15. I think Doan had 14 going into today.
No, Peterka is 16.
Oh, he has 16?
He's one behind. Yeah.
One behind.
But still,
come on.
For a guy who had a max of, it wasn't that many. He had 19 points last year. He had 19 points in 51 games last year. He has 15 in 22 this year.
He's thriving under Lindy Ruff's system.
Pretty good. I was thinking about this with Ruff, and also, by the way, I wanted to bring up the fact that, like we said, we're 22 games into the season. Josh Doan is rocking a 61.6 expected goals for percentage.
What is that? That's got to be like top in the league. Like, not the top, but it's got to be up there.
I mean, I definitely you'd have to filter out all the minutes because some guys in limited capacity.
Yeah. Some guys in very small minutes, they have like an insane goals for percentage.
I mean, I don't know. I'll scale it up to like for players that have played at least 200 minutes, he's 16th. Right behind like Nathan McKinnon, Brandon Hagel.
Yeah, some scrubs. Just behind some scrubs. That's all.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Victor Olofsson, third on the list.
Oh, my God. How?
He's a Colorado Avalanche. The team he plays for has lost one game in regulation.
Yeah.
They're crazy.
When I was just looking at the standings before, I just started at the top. Avalanche have 37 points, and next closest is 30. Like, oh my God, they're at a different level this year.
I know I wasn't. I was gonna say I know I wasn't on last episode, so I didn't get a chance to talk about that game. But I was in attendance for the Edmonton game. That team has made the Cup final 2 years in a row. The Colorado Avalanche look like they're playing a different sport. Like, it is insane how much speed and talent they have. And it was like they're like it's like they're playing in a different league. It's like they're just toying with like a bunch of minor league teams. It's insane. It was crazy to watch.
Not to change the subject. I'm looking at just some other stats with the Sabres, plus minus. Samson's a +9. Next closest is +4.
The old heads love it. The plus minus is through the roof, baby.
Satisfying every crowd.
He does it all.
What can't he do?
I was gonna say before, if you think about like the cards that were going around for Josh Doan early in the season with Jay Fresh and all of his stuff was really good. It was his finishing wasn't doing anything. He's got 7 goals now. Like,
probably still low though. Like, that's the thing.
Oh yeah. He's shooting at 12%, but he has 7 goals.
Yeah.
Like,
he's just. I think I've used this tag on here. I know at the very least I've used it amongst ourselves. Like, he is a silent superstar. He just crushes all the minutes he plays.
He's been awesome in that top line. He wins like every puck battle. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, because he's been off. He was off that top line for the longest time, and like when, Noah Osland and Isak Rosén were making up the team's second line with Jack Quinn, he was playing with Tyson Kozak and Jordan Greenway, and he went quiet on the score sheet, and I kind of thought maybe his numbers would have taken a dip, and it's like nope, still leading the team. His RAPM chart is still ridiculous, just unreal player, unreal pickup, just been a dream acquisition thus far.
It's legitimately Josh Doan, McLeod, who had a great game today, and Zach Benson, who just came back today. Like, those 3 players are like unbelievable. Just dogs, guys you got to build around. Like, they're perfect complementary pieces to 3 lines. Like, realistically, you have 3 lines. You could separate off 3 of them, and they're going to thrive with whoever they're with.
Yeah, I was going to bring this up earlier before we went into Josh Doan, how I was just thinking about, like, I was seeing like Jay Fresh's numbers that he, like, the charts, the rankings that he posts every couple of, I think it's like once a week or so, or every few times. And
it's every Sunday.
Yeah, like basically every week this season thus far, the Sabres have been top 10 in expected goals for per 60, and going into today, they were 14th in expected goal share. Like, I was just thinking, I was like, the second year Lindy Ruff effect, I think it's still proven to be existent. Like every year is second. I guess it wasn't second year, but like eventually, what was it? Second year with the Devils? What year did they have 100 and whatever points? Maybe it was his third year, but I know like his second year with Dallas was like pretty like off the charts and thus far, and it's like it took a year, but offensively they are a very gifted team, and the fact they've been able to maintain that despite the injuries, despite the fact Tyson Kozak and Jordan Greenway were essentially in your top 6 for a good week or two span. It's impressive.
Yeah, bleak times, desperate times. And unfortunately for Jordan Greenway, it seems like he's trending in the wrong direction again. So
They call it load management.
They call it load management. I call it a $4 million forward.
They're just masking a healthy scratch. They didn't want to say it.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
I feel like if he's healthy, they're going to put him in the lineup.
Probably, but he also hasn't been playing good. Actually, I thought he was better this week, so it probably is just load management, but we talked about how he should have been in conversations for healthy scratches.
No, he definitely should be in that conversation most of the time. It's just, the justification's more difficult when you pay him the amount you do, but at the same time, do you want to win games? Do you want to ice the best lineup available? It's like,
well,
what are you going to do?
They just sent down one of their better forwards this year.
Don't even get me started on that. We're going rapid fire through these players, too. We're just bouncing all around, man.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. It probably is just actually load management because they always don't ice their best lineup, unfortunately.
Let's get into the whole roster conversation because the vibes are back up right now, and the team is playing better because they're getting healthier, but you only have so many roster spots, and reinforcements are not done coming as of now. Greenway is still going to be on his way back. He's still going to be playing games. I mean, we don't know what the plan is, but supposedly they have a plan, which is something you don't hear very often with this
There was no
group.
plan. Quote.
You don't hear it very often with this group, so it'll be interesting to see what that plan is. But, they're not going to throw him on IR because he's not, like, he is hurt, but it's more, I don't know, like load management's conditioning at the end of the day. So it's sort of like he is healthy.
Said he can't maintain strength right now or something, or he's not building strength. It was something like that.
I know they mentioned the hernias, but that just kind of makes me feel like the theory or what somebody said about him tearing his labrum his first game back just feels kind of true. Like that feels like that's the type of injury you would work through in a gym, rehabbing physically. So I don't know. I don't want to really perpetuate that theory, but it aligns.
It is also, they don't play till Wednesday, so it is a longer break for him to rest. I mean, that's since he played Friday, that's now a 4-day break for him. So
yeah. So he's on his way back. And, we are getting some signs that Josh Norris is getting closer. He's skating with the team. He skated at practice the other day, and it was kind of all at once. Him, Zucker, and Benson all kind of came back in one fell swoop, and 2 of those players have come back. And you would assume that we're getting kind of close to Norris returning as well. So that's going to have implications on the roster. And we got a first taste of those implications. It started off earlier this week with them finally, somehow it only happened now, despite the guy not playing since, was it like November 5th, they said? Mason Geertsen finally being waived. And, it's not so much a slight on the player, and it's not even what he does. It's just they weren't playing him. He was legitimately just kind of taking up space, and he had been jumped by Josh Dunn, essentially. So it's amazing that took as long, but that was the sensible move. And then we get to today, prior to the game against the Hurricanes. Zach Benson is finally ready to come off IR. And the next player they choose to send down is Isak Rosén, who has been a key piece of this team staying afloat. Is that the best way to describe it? Have they really stayed afloat during this stretch? I don't know. It's a player who has at the very least played well. He has played well throughout this
games.
stretch.
It's like,
he's got the counting stats, and like it wasn't so much like he was dominating. Like he was, it wasn't so much you cannot send this guy down. I don't think it was that dire. But it's a guy who's 22 years old now, has been waiting for his shot, waiting for an extended look, finally got that extended look in a bigger role, was playing in the top six on some nights, was making what was essentially a third line into a top six line, and above all else was scoring, was getting the counting stats. And he was still the first guy to go pretty much because he was not waiver eligible to get back down to the AHL.
It's dumb. It's really dumb. I don't get it, especially when on your top power play looked awful tonight, and that was one of the things that Rosén was doing good with us. Instead, now they have Jack Quinn on that wing, and he just hasn't looking on the power play. So that was one of the main things. But like just in general, like he brings a scoring touch to, he would ideally be on your third line. And instead we're forcing one of the centers, either Tyson Kozak or Peyton Krebs, to play wing. And I just think it's dumb. He was playing good offensively. He was fine defensively. I just don't understand why they're forcing either Kozak or Krebs to play wing on one of the third lines when they don't bring a scoring touch at all. Like, it just bothers me a lot that they're forcing one of those two to play the wing. And I like both of them, genuinely. I probably like Krebs more than a lot of people do because I know a lot of people are fed up with him. I like what he brings to the team, but I don't think there's any way where both Krebs and Kozak should play on the same night when we're pretty much fully healthy like we are right now. We shouldn't have two fourth-line centers being forced to play on this team, which means one of them is playing on the third line. That's the thing that frustrates me most.
I feel like this has been like somewhat of a common theme with this team. It's the lack of, and it's no slight on the players because they're just the players, but just the organization and just top down. It's just the lack of being able to identify what's working in the moment, and when you have certain implications out of your control, like injuries and stuff, and when those guys come back, and of course some of those guys are going to be daily lineup guys, and they make a lot of money, like a Josh Norris or even a Jordan Greenway. I think that's the most frustrating thing is just when those guys come back, the track of decision making, it goes to what's most convenient. Like, oh, this guy's waivers exempt? Okay, well, we're sending him down even though he had 7 points in 10 games. Oh, this guy, no one's going to pick him up off of waivers if we send him down? Cool. It's like you're carrying 3 goalies. You seem to have made it work with that position. It's like your best guys are easy to identify, and Rosén's been one of them, especially over this stretch. He should not have been sent down. And a lot of the fans are frustrated by that.
The other night, was it the Chicago game? Or no, maybe it was the Flames. Like, he was more... This week he was a little quieter, to be completely fair. But he's been one of your better players. I think sending him down, like you said, it's the easy way out.
Yeah,
and like even
easy decision.
Even Lindy said, I think it was in the pregame when he was asked about it. He was like, "Oh yeah, like I told him this won't be the last time he's up here. He played very well for us. Like he really helped, and he said
the same thing to Mason Geertsen as well, though. So
they were talking about that on the
too.
broadcast too. Not Duff. In the middle of the play, Dan Dunleavy and Rob Ray were literally talking about Isak Rosén and what he brought, and like how much of a treat he was to watch. I'm like, this is the guy you're sending down?
Yeah, I was watching And like I said, I like Kozak. He shouldn't be on the wing. I was watching Kozak in certain situations. I was like, if Rosén was here, he would have made like just a better.
I thought
play,
he had a
better
pretty
pass.
good game. Like even by that stand, like he set up the Malmstein goal. That was a nice play off the wall.
Yeah.
Before
With
Malmstein decided
on the fourth line.
Well, yeah, but it was a nice play to kind of curl it on the boards,
I
take
like
a hit,
Kozak.
make play before
Shouldn't be a third line winger.
before Malmstein decided to channel his inner like. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was, but that was.
We're not going to ask,
you know,
but it was pretty cool.
Did we talk about it on the show last week? Like we were debating maybe we'd get together today to do like a live stream during the game just for fun and then record an episode afterwards. I told JP, I'm like, I cannot imagine if we were live streaming and that goal happened right in front of us. I think we would have like broken we would have broken any audio box within these microphones just from screaming because like I was completely in shock. That was
I probably would have just sat there in shock too. I was like, hey, if Matthias Samuelsson could just break out of nowhere, Beck Mallenstein's next, I guess.
Yeah. Show me one Cole Hudson goal as cool as that. Can't find one. Can't find one.
The hate
but
train.
I thought Kozak was good from that, and then he had like a really nice, like he was full speed up the ice, and had a nice drop pass to Byram, who ripped it first shot. You know, plus Kozak had that nice assist to Byram against Edmonton earlier in the week. You know, I think I'll put it this way: it's better than like if they put Josh Dunn on the third line or Jordan Greenway, which we've seen plenty of. But
Yeah,
I know what you're saying.
I think Josh Dunn's the next guy when
See, but like, is he though?
we get back.
Is he?
I would hope so.
I think about because you would think in terms of like, you would think that, but
Oh no,
You
Noah
think-
Oslin's going to be first. He's going to be before.
That's
He'll be
kinda
before.
what I'm getting
but
at. Just because
Center for center. It's going to be Norris.
Well, it's
coming
that,
for
and like
Osling.
think about like the fact that Mason Geertsen made this roster on opening night, and just think about the way that they've talked about him and what he was clearly here to do. He was a heavier body, here to hit people in limited minutes and fight every now and then. And Josh Dunn has kind of taken that. And at the end of the day, those two were brought up to kind of fill the void Greenway was going to be leaving because he was hurt. So as long as Greenway's on this load management plan, I feel like Lindy's just going to want a heavier body in the bottom six on that fourth line.
Rotational basis.
And I feel like once Josh Norris comes back, Noah Osling goes back down.
Yeah.
Which maybe this is a hot take. If you know me, it's probably not. I don't know if that's a net positive. I don't know if taking Noah Osling out of the lineup for Josh Norris. I don't know. I don't think taking him off the roster for Josh Norris is a net positive. At this
Considering
point.
the injury,
Noah-
the injury trouble, you might be right.
I'm going to say this because
That's extreme.
I said this about Rosén just a few moments ago, how it wasn't so much like he was a guy that he was clearly, basically dominating every game, or like just he was giving you stuff that you can't afford to lose. Like JP said, he went a bit quiet this week, and they won 3 out of 4 games. Noah Osling has been the opposite. This guy does something every game. He has been a difference maker basically every night. The only night his quietest game of the night was probably this past Wednesday. And guess what? He received the least amount of ice time at 5v5. Peyton Krebs played 18 friggin' minutes that night.
That's another reason why we lost. Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing here with that?
Noah Osling is on my you cannot send down list. There's no he has been so good. So good. I
agree.
I legitimately think
they should both still be here.
I think they
makes
should
me
both
angry
be up.
that one of them's gone.
They should both be up, but like at the end of the day, Noah Osling's a better hockey player than Rosén. As much as I think Rosén's ready to be an NHL player, he showed that. I think did he outscore Osling technically?
Osling only has 5 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my only counterpoint to what you're saying, because I think you're being a little extreme with the Norris and Osling take. I know you're not the biggest fan of Norris. I love Osling. I just think at least with Norris you're going to get production. Osling, I love
Are
him.
you, though?
He's making a bunch of passes. I just feel like you're at least going to get production.
If
out
you
of Norris.
throw Josh Norris in a third line role, Do you think he's coming out with more points?
He's not going to be on a third line role though.
Where's he going to? Is he though?
Push Tage back to.
Are they going to exactly?
Wing.
Are they going to push Tage back to wing at this point?
I don't know, but they're not playing Josh Norris in a third line role.
Josh Norris will be second line center.
They did it with Cousins all of last year.
They're not going to do it. They're not going to force him to a third line role. I don't see that happening.
We could build an ideal lineup off of Noah Osland.
I'll say this right now.
Isak Rosén being on this roster. Honestly, Osland, Rosén, and Quinn, that's a perfect third line.
All you have to do is, I mean, you can trade Jordan Greenway. And by the way, one name that we haven't mentioned to this point is Justin Danforth, who is clearly still a ways off. Like, he hasn't skated at all.
We've heard nothing.
We've heard basically nothing. But that's going to be a name that probably comes back at some point, but that's deal with it when we get there. But like right now, you could trade Greenway, which I don't think they want to. B, I don't think anybody's doing it now. But you could send down Josh Dunn and deal with your goalie situation somehow. And then you could keep Osland and Rosén on the roster. Literally no problem. Wouldn't affect the defense. Until like Kesselring got back, that's another name that you'll have to make a decision on. But with him, Metz is on the roster right now, so that's a pretty easy swap. Like you could do it very easily. Like all it takes is a little bit of effort. Make a decision on the goalies, and send Josh Dunn down. But instead, they're going to end up with Rosén and Osland back in the AHL, or at least it seems like they're going that way, and that's just going to be completely infuriating. And honestly, JP, you're probably right with they're not going to play Josh Norris on the third line. Well, they probably should. He is the third best center on this team. He's not better than Tage Thompson, and Ryan McLeod just continues to be incredible.
The perfect hockey player.
He's perfect. He's so perfect, but he just continues to be so damn good.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, he should be on your third line, and in that situation, I'm not convinced he can survive. Or not survive, but I'm not convinced he's as effective as Noah Osland thus far.
And honestly, though, I think Josh Norris coming back from the injuries, I think he could just benefit for playing on the third line a little bit. More of a limited role. He's probably going to have weaker matchups. I think he could really thrive in that position. You could switch. You could switch around McLeod and him as the season goes on, but you cannot push Tage Thompson back to the wing. If Lindy even entertains the idea of doing that bullshit again, fire him.
It's his idea. It's his thing.
I'm done.
He's the only one that wants to do it.
And it didn't work. And then you moved into center, and you immediately turned back into the player who was like, "Oh."
It still worked. It just was not Tage Thompson. He's back. He almost had an unbelievable setup to Josh Doan. I think it was in the first period of this game where he danced through two guys. It's like I said. He's just more involved. Anytime he's at center, he's forced to be more involved on the breakout in the defensive zone, getting the puck out of the defensive zone. And then when he transitions to the offensive zone, he's getting more touches. He's getting more looks. He's controlling the play a lot more. And you're spot on. He cannot go back to the wing. I don't think he should ever go back to the wing ever again unless he's hurt.
Agreed.
So, Norris... When that day comes, I think don't treat him based off of his cap hit. If he's going to be
saying it's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's going to be so infuriating.
I don't disagree with you completely. It's not going to happen. I just don't see it happening. And I also think one of the reasons that they maybe weren't forcing or putting Rosén on that top unit for the power play as much, and now they're putting Quinn there, is they just think Josh Norris is going to solve their power play woes
that's
too.
Just that'll be what sets me over, because now it's like, well, what has he done to earn that spot? Scoring some one-timers 3 or 4 years ago for Ottawa? I mean, JP and I spent 20 minutes, first of all, pumping the tires of Isak Rosén and Noah Osland last episode. And half of our conversation was about how good they were for the power play. And if they're both gone and you're effectively replacing them with Josh Norris and essentially Jason Zucker, what are we doing here?
Was Osland on the second power play unit tonight?
I don't know. They got a few shifts. They might have taken him off.
That's what I'm
Yeah, because it was
even
it
more
was
of a
it was
sign they're going to send him down.
it was Tuch, Doan, and McLeod that connected on that goal, and then you had Owen Power and Bowen Byram out there.
Yeah, so that,
Which
I mean
is
that's
just
even
like
more of a sign.
like what like
it's just
what,
incredible. They Oslin and Rosén on the top unit last week, and now they're both taken off it, and now they're both going to be sent down.
That's just so
Only
ridiculous.
players with creativity out there. We say it. The AHL players, when they come up, they're better on the power play, and that's a fact. That's not even an opinion. That is a fact. They're more creative. They're better out there, and then they take them off it. It's crazy. I don't.
It's really dumb. It's just it's the idea of like, oh, don't worry, guys, the reinforcements are here. It's like, don't worry, Jordan Greenway and Josh Norris are coming back. It's like, we're good. Like,
right?
No,
Like some today was great, or like the last 2 games have been great. You got Zucker back, you got Benson back. Those have been difference makers.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get Kesselring back at some point. He's a difference maker. Even Danforth, he's a difference maker when he's healthy, or at least as a 4th line player. Like I'm sorry, I'm just not convinced that like Josh Norris is on that level. I know Jordan Greenway is on that level.
I don't know. I think we're discounting Norris way too much. I understand.
You're giving
I
him a little
understand
bit
it, but it's
rough ride.
Yeah.
Where's the hype
I mean,
coming from?
I
Off
mean,
of
he
7
hasn't.
preseason games?
I was gonna say, Jonah does.
This
have
guy's
a
been
leg
a
to stand
below.
on here because
He's been a below
he-
replacement level player since like signing that contract.
he hasn't been.
Like
He
this
hasn't
is,
been
this
a
is what they're
difference maker
doing.
because he hasn't finished
You
a
just
game.
you can't say Justin Danforth might be more of a difference maker. Than
I didn't
Josh
mean
Norris.
that. I meant like as a 4th line. Like you throw Justin Danforth
In
in
his
a
role,
top
is
6.
what
I
you're
meant in
saying.
his role. I meant like he's an upgrade over the player he's going to replace. That's what I meant.
I think Josh Norris on a good day is a 2nd line center. It's
Exactly.
what they should do
Like,
when he comes
they've-
back.
they-
should
they've
put
nailed
him
it.
in that role.
They've nailed it into
I'm fine
everybody's
with that,
heads.
yeah.
Oh, we think he can be a 1st line center, as if like 2nd line center, like he's already locked up that position. Like no, he couldn't even really do that in Ottawa. No, like this was a guy that best case scenario we were saying was like marginally better than Dylan Cousins.
You know what the even more frustrating thing is? I bet you they are going to push Tage back to the wing at some point because in the preseason they were cooking together. They were like, oh, it's like
Yeah,
Josh
like,
Norris and Tage Thompson.
I'm
They're
not
gonna be
basing
on
my
the same
opinion.
line again.
I'm not basing my opinion of Josh Norris off of 7 good preseason games, but like half this team looked unbelievable in preseason play. Like I just can't.
And then they all
Like,
got
and him in particular. Yes, he led the league in preseason points. So did like Michael Brandsegg-Nygaard from Detroit, and so did Morgan Frost, I think, from Calgary. Like, I'm glad. I'm glad he looked good, and I hope I hope this is a Samuelson situation. I've probably gone in more on Norris's play more than I ever did with Samuelson. It's just a player I've never been a big fan of, and he's been pretty below replacement ever since signing that deal. And I think like the notion that just because he's Josh Norris, he's of course he'll be better than the 21 or 22-year-old Noah Oslin. I don't think that's like it. How about this? If is Noah Oslin a better player right now than Jordan Greenway?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I agree. I think he's levels
easy.
above him.
So easy decision. You keep
Yeah.
him in and you deal with whatever with Greenway, but that's not how they're going to do this thing. It just isn't. It's such a it's like there's stuff on the inside. I feel like the money kind of has a little bit to play into it too, and it's so annoying. Just ice your best lineup. It's not that hard. The money's getting spent anyways, guys. Whether they play or not, who cares? But no, it's like, oh, he makes this money, so he has to play. Or, this guy's waivers exempt, so we could send him down, and it's easier. It's incredibly frustrating because it's going to cost you games. It's going to cost you games.
Completely agree. Completely 100% agree.
I think I could build an ideal lineup though. Like something that's, optimal and kind of blends together a little bit of, this guy needs to play because of his money and what the lineup should look like in our eyes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
gonna work on that.
I'm refreshing my memory just on Norris's just kind of war over the past few seasons. Like, he's basically been right around replacement since 2022. Like, he is kind of as average of a hockey player as you're going to get. So at the end of the day, it's, do you think Noah Ostlund? I think he's above replacement. Like, I think he's a good player. That's my thinking. You can, if I get dunked on for hey, feel free. If Norris comes in and is as good as they want him to be, if this turns into a Samuelson situation, good. And
I'll eat my words.
I would be elated. But he has to finish a game first, so there's that too.
Can he finish?
I'm hoping first. Like, I praying the guy stays healthy. Nobody's
me
more
too.
than him. It's
know.
ridiculous. And that would be the thing too. Like, if they immediately start playing him in the top 6 off the bat, like, what are we doing here?
They shouldn't do that. That's why I said they should play him in I think it would benefit him to be in a third line role to start. You know, not being in a third line where you're on. It's him, Jordan Greenway, and let's say they throw Krebs on the wing. That's just cruel and unusual
Oh my
punishment.
God! Why would you even
Benson-
speak that into existence?
Yeah, that's gross.
heinous.
Benson is on the third line right now.
Yeah, but
So-
I think
Yeah,
that was
you know,
very
if
clearly.
Norris
I
is
think
on
that
the
was
Throw him some
clearly.
young talent.
You know, you got 2 lines that scored 9 goals the other night.
Well,
and they're trying to
I
work him
agree,
back
but
in.
Benson usually plays alongside Tage, and that top line's kind of been very good. So I don't see
Yeah.
Benson moving up to that
So
line.
is that
so-
your line coming back? Is it Benson, Norris, and
Right now it's Kozak. It should be
It's
Rosén.
Kozak. Exactly.
Yeah, that should be your winger, right?
Like,
there.
I love I love Kozak to death, but I feel like we haven't even brought him up. Like, he is somebody I would rather wait. I think he's not even waiver eligible. Like, he's someone I would send back before Isak Rosén. And I love Kozak.
I take Kozak over Krebs any day.
That's my I just think they're just both fourth line centers. And you
They're
have 2
the
fourth line
same
centers on this
exact
team.
player.
Yeah, they're kind of the same player.
exact player.
Yeah, neither of them are wingers, and you just sent down a winger, and you're forcing one of them to play in the wing. That's what frustrates me out of those, because I love both of them too, but I don't think you should have both of them in the same lineup.
No, absolutely not. Unless, as we've seen, everybody's been hurt. Then your center spine starts to get really funny really quick.
Yeah, I guess the only thing I don't even know if I want to give them credit, but they shouldn't have Ostlund. Rosén, if he were up and if he was a healthy scratch, like, fine. Like, he's old enough to the point where he doesn't need to accumulate more minutes down there. Ostlund, you know, he shouldn't be a guy who should just sit at the press box. Like, I'd rather have him playing in the AHL. He should be in our lineup.
He should be playing, period, man. He should be playing,
He was
period.
He was good on. He played fourth line. One of the nights this past week, I think.
And that's when he
was
scored
even-
2 goals. He scored 2.
That's what
I
I'm
mean, I know
saying.
the one
He
was on
even
the
good
power
on the
play,
fourth.
but he scored twice against Edmonton. Like, this is just a guy that is he's been a difference maker.
You could put him on that fourth line instead of Krebs or Kozak if you wanted, and then your center spine would be Tage, McLeod, Norris, and Ostlund.
Yeah. Like, now
I feel like that's pretty solid.
you're making up ground in the playoff race. Like, you're in this race. I mean, the East is just beyond cluttered. I don't even think cluttered might be underselling just how close this race is. Like, I feel like, especially, you would think from Kevin Adams' point of view, like, I know, like, he wants to stay here long term, but hey, this is the last year of your contract. Screw development, like, to an extent. I mean, it's not like you're scratching him, you know. But, like, if he's one of your 12 best players, play him. Play him. I cannot get on board with any scenario where Ostlund is not one of the 12 players playing. Even when this team is healthy, like, he's been that good.
I agree. Let's get into the other conversation. How about just make a damn decision with your goaltenders, and then you have an
at this
extra.
point.
You don't have to worry about sending someone down, and you could just healthy scratch Kozak or Krebs every other game.
It's getting
Just
ridiculous.
figure
Make a
the
damn
hell out,
decision.
dude.
I mean, Alex Lyon has not played since it was the Colorado game. He played all of 5 minutes. Not even. I think he played 4 minutes. That was damn near what, 2 weeks ago. I mean, it was.
It's been 15 days since
November.
Full game, I think.
It was November 13th. So today, that was 10 days ago.
Do we think
And
he's
before-
hurt?
I don't think so. Like, they would have said that.
They could have easily put him on IR. I feel like if he was.
Yeah, if he was really
They're not
that
going to
hurt.
play him for 2 weeks. Yeah, put him on IR.
Yeah, his last
Kind of
his,
wild.
his last full game was November 8th against Carolina. So 15 days ago. It's been 2 weeks. Are they going to go to him on Wednesday? Maybe.
They're going to ride. I think they're just going to keep riding UPL.
Yeah,
right
I mean,
now,
yeah, this is you just look at since that Colorado game where Lyons started and Luukkonen came in. Or I guess we'll go to the Utah game. Ellis, Luukkonen, Ellis, Luukkonen. Like he rides with the guy that performed the previous game. If they had a bad game, then
Honestly,
they're not getting another start.
that just wins, honestly. Because, I mean, I think even
Yes and no.
one of Ellis's starts wasn't that good, but he played the next game. Luukkonen didn't play the best against Chicago, but they still won, so then he played the next game. I feel like it's more just whoever's going to win is going to play the next game.
Ellis lost that Utah game, and he wasn't going to play the next night against Colorado, and then their next game was Saturday versus Detroit. But I guess you're not completely wrong. If they're winning games, yeah, they're going to go with the goalie that won them the game. You're not wrong there. But I mean, it's getting ridiculous, and I don't think is there a goaltender really at this point? Is there a goalie standing out? Has anybody pulled away with numbers?
No,
I mean-
I literally think all three of them are like the exact same level. Like they're all
Yeah.
like I would say replacement level goalies right now.
Pretty much. I mean, yeah, I think the Ellis hype has died down because I think that's what he is. I mean, I've always said he's like a Walmart Eric Comrie. He's a rich man's Eric Comrie. That's what he is. He's a solid. He's a solid guy.
Well, then they should be it's great that they picked him up off of waivers from St. Louis. You got a great asset for nothing, but it's like you should. I mean, at this point, it's like if you think he's like a Eric Comrie type model guy, it's like if he's just taking up space, you got to you can't have 3 goalies on your roster all year.
Well,
what's the easiest decision to do?
I don't know. Here's the funny thing, though. Like, I'm just looking at the advanced numbers. Alex Lyon is still like head and shoulders the leader in goals saved above expected. He's at 7.09. Colton Ellis is at minus 1.18. Luukkonen's at minus 2.32. That's. I'm sure Luukkonen has trended up. I mean, maybe he didn't. He probably finished negative against Chicago, but today he definitely finished above. Ellis has probably been on a decline, and Lyon was on a decline, obviously, but. Yeah, I mean, it's really strange because here's where you're at. Lyon's been your best goalie. Not in the last 15 days because he hasn't gotten a full start, but overall he's still leading your team in statistical categories. Ellis is supposedly a guy they like, and that's from the words of Elliot Friedman. And now Luukkonen is getting the bulk of your starts. Now I know it's only been 2 games, but if he plays good every game, he's not handing up the starter position. So this is what you've walked yourselves into, and JP alluded to it earlier with Luukkonen's post game today, where he was kind of throwing shade at the whole situation, not like oh, this sucks, I hate this situation, but he's just being like, yeah, I play better when I get more games, and I can only imagine the other guys feel the same way. And Alex Lyon has not played a full game in over 2 weeks.
I understand the position that we were brought in because UPL was hurt. We claim this guy. We think he's good, so we're going to keep him. But God damn it, Kevin Adams, learn from your mistakes. You've said the past 3 seasons, yeah, 3 goalies, it's not ideal. It's not ideal. You've said that 3 years in a row. Make a damn decision. Learn from your mistakes. What are you doing, dude? I get the situation you're in, but make a decision.
And now
it's dumb.
And now it's catching up to you because now you have roster implications because of it. Mm-hmm. Isak Rosén, if they had another roster spot, Isak Rosén, I would think would have played today.
I mean, but again, it was the easy decision. Like, you could send him through waivers and he won't get claimed.
Well, and that's why they did it.
He's exactly. It's
but if there's
waiver
two
exempt, so
goalies on
they're kicking the can down the road.
If there's two goalies on the roster, they're keeping him up.
But this
Like,
is
this
going to
decision
come to a
gets-
head. This is going to come to a head because there's going to be guys that aren't waiver exempt, and they're going to need to kick someone off this roster. I am still in the boat. Call Edmonton. Try and get your second round pick back. Just call him. What goalie do you like? Do you like Colton Ellis?
Well,
do you like UPL?
And Friedman brought that up too, and with Luukkonen, but now it's like, I don't know. Like the goaltending is very like power rankings right now, and every week we record, like it has. We have to update it because it changes every week. Last week it was Colton Ellis. Now it's Luukkonen. A few weeks ago it was still Lyon. Like this is where we're at, where it changes every week, and. It hasn't killed them. Like, goaltending has not really been a weakness. I mean, how many games this season can you say this goaltending is lost? I mean, Calgary, Ellis was not good, but the team lost the third period. Like, they deserved to lose that game.
Mm-hmm.
Colorado, maybe, because
Colorado.
Lyon wasn't sharp, and then the game-winning goal on Luukkonen was pretty weak. But, Utah, maybe. Ellis looked kind of rough in the third period there. Can't blame. Maybe Carolina too. Ellis, I thought Lyon, that was his last full game, and it was a pretty rough game. So like I would say that game. Carolina, they probably lost because of Lyon. It's like it hasn't been killing them, which is good, but it's just
You gotta
very.
make a decision.
You knew this from day one. I mean, you didn't think Colton Ellis was going to be part of this. You thought it was going to be Alex Georgiev. Like, you knew a three-man rotation was coming no matter what. And even then, even if it wasn't Georgiev, you had Levi in the mix. It felt like no matter what, you were heading into a three-goalie rotation this season. Like, when you signed Alex Lyon on July 1st this year, it was a good signing. But immediately you're like, okay, well, where does Devin Levi fit in all of this? It's just very.
We're just hoarding goalies at this point.
I feel like they're just.
It's just like you said.
I'm trying to. They're trying to get as many lottery tickets as possible.
Yeah,
go recoup
basically
an asset or something though.
Which that's goaltending in a nutshell, which I get.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like we're getting close to it's hurting your roster. Maybe it already has because Rosén's down.
It's every other week, like you just said. Someone's playing good. So you can do that with two goaltenders. It's the same thing. If you have 1A, 1B, whoever's playing good, start him. Then once he has a bad start the other guy. You don't need three goaltenders to do this. They're all basically at replacement level, it seems like. In my eyes, they're all basically replacement level, good backups, 1A, 1B kind of guys, more 1B kind of guys. Just make a decision. Like, none of them... It doesn't seem like any of them's going to take over the crease right now.
But what if they're both playing bad? That's when you want that third goalie on the roster.
Well, then they've done it. They've honestly done this before. Then they'll call Devin Levi up for a game.
Yeah, exactly. Like you have depth. I mean, I know he hasn't been the most amazing goaltender, but it's goaltending. Weird shit happens. Jordan Binnington was a nobody, and then he backstopped a team to a Stanley Cup from last place.
Yep, and now he sucks again.
Now it's come full circle.
How
Starting
about
goalie
Linus
at the
Ullmark?
Olympics, by the way, though.
Yeah,
we
possibly.
say
Linus
that all the
Ullmark's
time.
still
Watch him
worse
get
in the
hot.
league.
He's gonna get hot, and he's like every time he plays it like on a world stage, he's gonna get hot, and he's gonna.
Goaltending is just weird like that. Like a year ago, 2 years ago, Linus Ullmark is winning a Vezina. Now he's one of the worst goalies in hockey. Like it's just you can't
Strange.
you don't really get dunked on for goalies. Not a lot. I mean, unless you're the Edmonton Oilers right now and you're watching Jesper Wallstedt, be like potentially get himself into the Calder race as Stuart Skinner is costing you nearly every game. Like that's the only.
He's Calder eligible.
I think so. I don't think
This
he's
is
really.
like his third year.
Is it? I feel like
He played 3 games in 24, 2 games last year. He's played
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
maybe he is, but
it's like 27 games or so.
Gotcha. Fair enough.
Yeah. I don't know how it
those
works spread out
goalies,
among
but
seasons, but yeah, I mean he's
fair enough.
like that's the only situation I can think of relatively recently where a goalie has. I mean, even with Ullmark, like he wasn't he got the sense to the playoffs last year, kind of like he was up and down. Like Jonas Korpisalo was really good for the Bruins last year. It didn't matter because the team stunk, but like goaltending is just weird like that. I mean, I'm genuinely trying to think of an example where a team just let a goalie go, and he just took the world by storm. Like, I don't know, Stolars, I guess, but I don't know. Florida won 2 cups. I'm sure they're feeling fine letting him go. Like, it's just make a decision with your goalies.
To Chicago, I don't know why I can't think of his
Spencer
goalie.
Knight.
Spencer Knight.
Like, yeah, but Florida has Bobrovsky. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's the same thing, and he needed that was different. Like, he kind of needed a fresh start. But I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, even I guess Nashville trading Askarov might come back to bite them.
That one I think will. Yeah.
That one might. I don't know. I just don't see the downs. Like, this isn't like trading. Like, when you traded Matthew Savoy, like, I think that was much more likely to come and bite you in the ass, even though it hasn't. I think just make a decision with the goaltending. You know?
And, like, Lyon was great to start the season, even if it was him. Like, I don't care. Any one of these 3. Genuinely don't care. Make a decision.
Yep. Christian, who do you think they should get rid of first?
It's like beating a dead horse at this point, man.
Hey,
Are we gonna
UPO
get into
basically
this
had a
again?
shutout today.
I
He
don't
didn't
care.
miss any
I don't.
saves. He
I
got
don't
taken
care.
out by
All
his
right.
own player.
Here to
I'm
hear
gonna-
first. Luukkonen had a
gonna-
basically shutout game.
I'm
Yeah, he
gonna
did.
be completely honest with you, man. I don't give a shit at all because I've seen this story so many times. I've seen how he plays on a consistent basis over the past few seasons. It's just I don't care anymore. I just don't want him on the team. I've had enough. I've seen who he is. I know who he is. He's not gonna come out and be
cannot
this Connor
fool me.
Hellebuck type guy. You cannot fool me. I don't care if he has a good stretch of games because he's gonna have a bad stretch of games. Don't care.
But
If he,
isn't
if he,
that
even
all
if he's on-
goalies?
if he's still on the even if he is still on the you know what it is. It is a little bit of all goalies. But even if he's still on the roster, fine. I'm indifferent at the moment. Like if
Just
he
make a
plays
decision.
well,
You know,
just make a decision.
just
If
be
he
bold.
leaves, If he leaves, I wish him nothing but the best.
Like I'm trying to
But
think
I'm
of a
not gonna be
scenario.
pissed off.
I'm trying to think of a scenario where they don't trade the goalies. Like that would probably entail what? Dunn goes, Dunn, Kozak, and Metza, and then you're bringing back and Oslin. So what? That's 4. So bring back Norris, Danforth, Kesselring.
It's just those 3, isn't it?
I guess so. You'd have 1 spot open. Unless I'm forgetting someone. Is somebody
I
else
don't-
hurt right now?
I don't think so. I don't think they'd send down Kozak, to be honest.
No,
So you-
probably
you
not.
take-
So it's those
You
3.
take that out, yeah.
So that would be your trade. Like you're bringing back Norris, Danforth, and Kesselring for Osland, Dunn, and
And
Metza.
Metza.
Like
What it should be, like Josh Dunn should stay up as your 14th forward.
yeah, like I think he's better than Jordan Greenway. Like I feel like he
This year
is.
he's been.
I feel
This
like
year
he's
he has
genuinely.
been.
Yeah, even a healthy Greenway. I feel like
Greenway was very good last year.
he was. That's fair.
Maybe he's still battling through injury. Maybe that's why he really has.
It's all the time. It's all the time. When
It is all the time.
you don't get to play that game with him. It's like, man, if only he was healthy. Well, that doesn't happen.
He's never fully healthy.
Well,
Speaking
I'm not
of
even going to say anything.
Well, speaking of injuries, let's say you were hurt in a car. You can call our sponsor, William Matar, 844-444-4444. With a focus on motor vehicle accidents, the team at William Matar has handled thousands of cases like yours. Let them help you get the money you deserve after a motor vehicle accident. Rideshare, truck, motorcycle, car, only call William Matar, 844-444-4444. Anything else team-wise we really want to address here? I guess we haven't really gone too much. I mean, I guess you can kind of tell from the vibe, like this team. This team's gonna be in the race as long as they're healthy. Like it kind of feels like that. You know, it goes back to what I was saying about them being Newton's third law. Like, not just like game-wise. Like, just think about their team. like they're genuinely they're generating offense at a pretty high level, but they give just as much of it back defensively. Their penalty kill, one of the best in hockey. Even if it's goaltending helping them out a lot. Power play is one of the worst in hockey, in my opinion. Despite I think are they still like a middling conversion rate?
No. Well,
Their
actually,
power
they
play
did score today.
Their power play
They're 23rd.
percentage is first in the league.
Combined
sorry, not
special
power play,
teams.
combined
Yeah.
special teams percentage is first in the league.
What's power play at?
23rd.
Oh God, yeah,
23rd. Okay, that's and that's like I feel like they're
It's
getting
It's really
average.
only because they scored today. They had one good play on the power play today.
yeah.
That's literally
like,
it.
That's another thing. It's power play is just as bad as their penalty kill has been good. They're just a very yin and yang team, and you're just waiting to see how it averages out.
You're along for the ride. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just up and down, man. You never know what team you're going to get on a certain night, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, it makes it interesting as long as they kind of keep pace. But they got to go on a little bit of a stretch here to get like really back into the race.
Well, they have not won 3 games in a row this season. It has not happened.
Oh, the Sabres not winning 3 games in a row? Doesn't sound like them.
Like they
Seems like something we've been talking about for 5 goddamn years.
I don't know what your opinion is on the matter, but for me, a winning streak is not 2 games in a row. So in my mind, they have not had a winning streak.
It's like well, it's technically I would say it's 3, but I would say a true winning streak is like 4 or 5 games in a row.
That's fair. Yeah. But yeah, 3 they have not done so this season, and
we don't do that here.
Wednesday's a big one. You could be a point if everything goes right and you win in regulation, you could be a point out of a playoff spot by Wednesday. Probably not going to happen because you got 2 days of games, then more games that night, but you never know. Could be a point out of a playoff spot.
Season is still young. It is.
It is. I feel like, dude, man, I feel like this season has felt like 1,000, like 100 years have gone by already. I feel like we've gone through so much.
Oh my god! The injuries.
The injuries,
storylines,
the lows of the start to getting back and then going back down and more injury. Like it's just
the we're so back to it's so over has been crazy.
It's just been an up and down carousel.
We're not even 2 months in yet. This is week 8. This upcoming week.
We're basically a fourth of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Just over
a fourth now.
What season would you take out of what's gone down the last few months? Would you consider the Sabres season to be better or the Bills season to be better?
Based on expectations.
So I'm weird with the Bills. I am the guy that has talked to me in the playoffs at this point. So this hasn't been causing a huge mental strain because they're still gonna get there. Okay. They're gonna still get there, but I'm the type of guy where I'm they're almost I know they kind of get the Leafs comparison to them, they're kind of the Leafs of the NFL, but in my mind they're kind of like the Capitals of the NFL, and the Capitals just could not get past the second round, and they more importantly could not get past the Pittsburgh Penguins until they did one time, and then they just went on to win the whole thing. That's kind of been my mentality with the Bills and with the McDermott Bean era. But I think we are kind of approaching something here with them. But it hasn't been a huge, I'm sure for a lot of people, our buddy Ryan Hagan over at Buffalo Sports Talk was he feels better about the Bill. He feels better about the Sabres right now than the Bills, which I think is just that's a crazy statement in my opinion. Crazy.
Yeah, he said that to me last night. I was like, really? That was the Jack Eichel.
Going through a little bit of a hardship now, aren't you?
They wouldn't last a day in our shoes.
Yeah, it's just based on expectations.
And we're both fans. The whole group is both fans of both sports. So
we skew in different directions.
Yeah,
obviously.
of course.
So, and I feel if there is a tried and true down the middle person, I do wonder what the answer to that question would be.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think both teams have hit the blow everything up stages at different points for a fan's mentality.
Sabres hit that on Wednesday, and then we're back a few days later.
Bills hit that on Thursday. The WGR car ride into work the next morning was very. I do live for those mornings. I'm not even. I won't even sugarcoat. I live for them. I think they're very fun.
I don't mind WGR in general, and I listen to it whenever I'm in my car, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But the days after Bills losses, I usually don't, because I just respectfully, if anybody listens to this, they call in. Respectfully, I can't listen to some of the callers and some of the back and forth between the host and the callers.
Yeah, same.
It makes me cringe.
Unless
and
it's
that's no disrespect. That's just me.
Unless it's like an egregiously bad loss, then I'll tune in more. Like if they just lose, it's kind of hit or miss for me. But if they win, I'll listen. But it's weird. I guess it just depends on what I'm feeling that morning. Like, do I really want to listen to this after yelling at my TV last night?
I like listening to the post game show more than anything. Like right after, like when they rip the Band-Aid off and like the reactions are going straight through. I have fun with it, especially like regulars. Yeah. Like I don't listen during the playoffs. Obviously, that's crushing.
Oh no, yeah, absolutely.
Well,
like,
that's Like after the playoffs, I'm like, I'm done for a while.
Yeah, but like I remember, one of the best. JP was at his not the apartment that JP and Christian were living at, but he was with actually him and Christian's roommate. They moved into another place together like the years after, and I went over there to watch the Eagles game from a few seasons ago that the Bills ended up losing in overtime. And so I left, and I had like a 15-minute car ride home, and that post-game show was just because that's probably like the lowest I think we've ever gotten with the Bills in terms of the bean, at least McDermott wise, because that game made them 6-6, I believe.
No, the Broncos game. That was okay.
Peak. Maybe that was the lowest
because that was when Dorsey got fired. But it was that year in general was definitely.
Yeah,
that might have been the game before. I don't know.
I just remember
we're kind of in that again.
Yeah,
we're 7-4.
Yeah, they're not missing the playoffs though. I feel like it's different that way.
Have you seen the current standings?
Well, I think that team. I think this team is worse than that team, but I just remember leaving that. I remember leaving their apartment, listening to the post game show, and just kind of laughing at that. Like it was kind of fun to listen to. Not gonna lie.
That was such a frustrating game to watch. Jake Elliott hitting that like 60-yard field goal to tie it at the end. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
And there were so many penalties. Like that was a ref ball game, if I'd ever seen one.
Yep. Speaking of ref ball, we only touched on it earlier. We have to talk about it. What is goaltender interference? This is horseshit.
It doesn't make sense.
The one against the Flames, I'm sorry, that was one of the worst change calls I've ever seen. I don't understand. He had 3 seconds to reset. I
think the funniest part about that one, you watch the video,
but he reset.
You watch the video, he acts as if like he lost the puck. Yeah. When it's so he like Dahlin goes to shoot it and he like looks left. Like I think he sold it. He tried to make it look like it totally put him off kilt and like he lost the puck.
But he wasn't upset after it went in. It's not like he looked at the ref and be like, that was interference.
I do always look. I think the goalie's reaction is very telling, even if that shouldn't factor into a referee's decision. Like you shouldn't be like, oh, the goalie didn't think it was goalie interference, so we shouldn't call it as such. But like Frederik Andersen was on. He played. He was the goalie for the Canes today, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, he was on his ass after the Bryson goal, so like it was kind of like okay, we might have something here.
I just feel like with this rule, it should be if the goalie is able to reset, then it doesn't affect him. Like even Anderson, like he was affected more. The one today was not as bad as the one against the Flames, but he still had like a little time to reset.
I think you're right. You're right. It was worse with contact. Like I think Benson clearly clipped him, but Thompson, my thing, that call is almost made more obvious. Hey, I thought it was interesting because I was at the game today. On the Wednesday night broadcast, Marty Biron thought it was the right call. And my rule of the thumb is always, is the contact in the crease? I feel like people are always like, oh, that's soft in terms of like what the contact is. And I feel like just if there's contact in the crease and the goalie is affected, I feel like it's just coming back 100 times out of 100. And that's how I felt. That's how I felt with the Thompson goal. Like I was like, ooh, he kind of hit him in the crease. And then the same thing happened with Benson. Like his foot was in the crease and he hit Anderson's foot that was also in the crease. And despite how soft the contact was in both instances, it happened in the crease. So I was kind of like, okay, I guess that's where they're coming from here. I don't agree with it. I think it's soft, but I guess I didn't think it was too inconsistent. I feel like people were calling goaltender interference inconsistent. I kind of felt like it was the opposite. It's just we've kind of swung too far into what constitutes contact that, hurts the goalie from being set before a goal.
It's been consistently ass.
That's a good way.
I do think there should be more of a line between like the goalie being untouchable and like full contact in the crease. I feel like what we've been seeing over the past few months with this season is like if like anybody like gets close, grazes anything like super
they get
nitpicky,
breathed on basically.
Like you get breathed on. They get the call. I think there should be a little bit more of a. I don't think players should be able to stand in the crease to obviously block shots, and I also don't think that players have the right to just bully over a goalie and just like barrel over a guy. But I think a little more contact on some of these calls isn't going to kill someone if the goalie could set up and he could make a realistic attempt at a save.
I guess I think because, like Buran, he's a goalie, so he's always going to have the goalies, he's always going to be supporting that side. But I guess it makes the crease more meaningful. Like, you don't see how often these days do you see someone is in the crease and they blow the whistle and they bring the puck out of the zone? You really don't see that. So to a point, the goaltending crease is kind of pointless unless it's a player has defending player put his hand over the puck in the crease and now we have a penalty shot. Like the crease kind of has no purpose. So I feel like that's kind of what they're balancing out here. Like if you are like Tage Thompson where you fully went into the crease, made contact with the goalie, even if it was light contact, if you make contact with the goalie, then I feel like they're going to call it. That's just what I've stuck to. That's my rule of thumb.
Honestly, I do feel like we've been on the other side of it this year a lot, which is probably why we hate it even more.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm starting to hate this rule more than the offside challenge because I just feel like, once again, some extremes have led to these minor mistakes happening, and then they get challenged and they overturn it.
Yeah.
It's just
I'm
completely the wrong way.
I'm fully in the abolish all challenges camp. I don't think there should be anything you should be able to challenge.
Yeah.
There's referees for a reason.
I'm getting there. Like I feel like it should just be like
just have it like the NFL. All scoring plays are reviewed. As simple as that. That's what it should be.
I agree with that. Obviously, NFL still has challenges, but I agree with that for the NHL because
get rid of offside challenges, get rid of goal interference. Like, I don't think a coach.
The what's it called? Delay of game. You can challenge that now.
I think that one's good. You're rarely gonna find a point where that's. I feel like that one's important. But I feel like that would just be another one that falls under the umbrella of, hey, look, we're going to review this delay a game. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like,
it slowed the game down so much, and it's really put a damper on a lot of it too.
Reviews suck. Reviews suck.
It should not take that long to figure stuff out.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So, anything else? Touch on? Anybody else who want to shout out? Give some props?
Yeah, shout out to Seth Appert for being an ass.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. God, their power play sucks. It's so bad, dude. It's so bad on a nightly basis.
Well, good thing the penalty kill is top of the league, so we have a number 1 ranked special teams percentage.
Yeah, it's true. Shout out Mason Gearson scoring his first goal in the Sabres organization.
Yeah, good for him. Good for him. Good for the Gears.
He's going to kill it down there.
Alrighty. We don't really have much more to touch on. There's really only... I mean, we brought up Georgiev. We'll start with him. Headed to Russia. Seems like he's inked a deal. I don't think it's all. It's not surprising. It's not like team altering news that the Amerks are riding Levi and Lennon as their goaltending duo right now, so it doesn't affect them. I just think it's very funny to look back on. If anything, this was a guy they signed. They gave him extra money. They signed him
$25K.
for an extra $25K to ensure that he signed in Buffalo. Didn't even make it through the preseason. Did he play a game for the Amerks?
He actually did not. I was just gonna check that to see who had like the best stats. He has not played a game.
Yeah, just
gone.
Rough tenure, if you could even call it that. Like he didn't even check into a game as a Sabre.
It was kind of funny. They were running 3 goalies in both organizations for a minute.
Ridiculous. And you knew that when you signed Lyon, because Ratzlaff, who's killing it, he's killing it in the ECHL right now. Like that was another guy who probably at this point he probably is ready for the AHL, but like that was another guy you're wondering how they were going to fit in.
Who's down there right now? Ratzlaff and
I don't know who. Is it Hauser?
It's not Housecat. I don't think it is.
Okay.
I thought he just went somewhere
Didn't
else.
Hauser leave?
Yeah, I think he might have signed across seas. I feel like I do remember that.
Yeah. Aren't they the Icemen? Jacksonville Icemen?
The Jacksonville Icemen, yeah.
By the way, I just found out they have like the best attendance in the ECHL. Had no idea. So
God
good
bless.
for them.
Good for them.
Had no idea. Ratzlaff, Cameron Rowe, and Michael Bouillon.
All right.
Ratzlaff has a 936.
Oh,
He's so
good.
Can't have enough goaltenders. We need.
He is quietly a guy. I don't get excited about goalies, but I think he might be a good one. Might be.
Can't have too many. Not in this organization.
No, cannot.
It's another lottery ticket.
Yeah. Except if your name's Alex Gordon.
I like
then
lottery.
You're back in Russia.
I like lottery tickets, drafting wise. I don't like 8 goaltenders piled up, 9 goaltenders piled up between 3 teams.
Wild.
Too much. Too much. All right, another episode, which means another update on the whole Alex Tuch situation. We're getting essentially weekly updates to this point. We'll start with. It's not really. We'll start with. It's just what we've heard this time around, and another update courtesy of Pierre LeBrun. And now that we're starting to witness the fallout of the whole Alex Kempe signing and everything, Adrian Kempe, not Alex Kempe, Adrian Kempe. We're starting to. Free agency is shaping up to be a downer again next year. On top of that, before we get to this list, I want to bring up we got our first trade board from The Athletic for this upcoming trade deadline, and oh my God, dude, they are going to get a haul if they trade Alex Tuch. There is nobody on this list, man. Absolutely. It's legitimately like the top 3. I'm trying to find it right now.
I was going to say, I thought Tuch wasn't even number 1, though.
Tuch was like number 3. I think Rasmus Anderson was number 2. I know I sent it at some point. Where is it? It's a rough. I think it went Anderson, Stamkos, then Tuch. That's your top 3.
Why is Stamkos at 2? Why is he at 2?
That is your top 3.
Alex Tuch should be 2. Stamkos should be.
I would argue.
way
I
down
mean,
the list.
I know. Anderson is a right-hand defenseman, but
Commodity.
Stamkos has 5 points this year.
Yeah, let's trade for that guy.
How is he above
Barry
Alex Tuch?
Trotz is cooking.
Absurd.
Yeah, if they trade Alex Tuch, they will definitely get a haul. But I'm not. I'm with JP still. I'm not really there yet. I'm not. I'll be honest.
Okay.
The second an Alex Tuch leaves your team, what are you looking for? The replacement for Alex Tuch, and those don't grow on trees.
Your penalty kill automatically goes to like middle of the league.
Probably.
Oh, stop it! You still have Ryan McLeod.
Yeah, but
love
it's
Ryan
those
McLeod.
two
He's the
are
perfect
so great
hockey
together.
player. but you need.
We can replace him in the
both.
aggregate.
Oh yeah, like Mitch Marner on the
It would-
Leafs.
Jordan Greenway would probably go in Alex Tuch's place on the top
Oh,
penalty kill unit.
It's okay. So here we go. It goes Rasmus Anderson, Steven Stamkos, Alex Tuch, then Blake Coleman, then Chinikov. Chinikov's like 5th.
There's
Braden
nobody.
Shen, and then Ryan O'Reilly. Like, there's nobody, dude. Alex Tuch is going to be the prime trade board candidate until he's signed or until he's traded.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just to set the landscape. I think the more interesting news that we got, it was courtesy of Pierre LeBrun, and he said in his column, kind of talking about what he'd been hearing, is wait till I can find the quote really quick. Excuse me. My understanding is that there remains a sizable gap in positions in those talks, that being Alex Tuch and the Sabres, which is to say I don't think Buffalo has gone to double digits on the AAV yet. And I mean, who's to say if the Sabres ultimately will?
Do you think if they hit 10 million and they give him, they'll be like, hey, flat 10 million? Do you think he takes that offer?
He's not signing for less than Kempe. There's no way. There's absolutely no way this has been dragged out to the point where 10 million is like we'll get this done.
But what if the Sabres are just offering like something like insanely low?
I mean, if it's, I don't think they've gone double digits, I would assume they're in the 9s.
Yeah, it's got to be
Yeah.
like 9.5. That does
9.5, that's 2 digits.
I mean, we've talked about Tuch a lot this season, so I don't want to relitigate too much of the conversation. I'm just saying anything that says 8 years with Tuch, I don't care what the dollar amount is. I mean, unless it's like $4 or $5 million, like I just don't want that.
So you're saying 8 by 10.25, you're not doing that.
Like, it wouldn't be. It's not that in a vacuum it's a bad deal. It's just more so I don't have any interest in keeping around.
It just
Alex,
doesn't. It doesn't. Fit
Alex
the time.
Tuch for
Don't worry, Joan. I've listened to the episodes. Don't worry. I got it. I got it.
I know. I care about the listeners. I don't want to.
You don't want
talk
to
in
rob
circles.
them. Yeah, this
I don't
could
wanna
be
talk in
someone's first
circles.
episode.
Yeah, they're on. Yeah, exactly. If it is, welcome.
Yeah, we don't. Jonah thinks that Alex Tuch will not fit the timeline if they sign him to a long-term deal, which I see why. I do see why. He will be a much older player. The roster's still relatively young. You got other guys you need to sign.
And I'm still on team blow it up. So.
And he's for some reason.
For some
Even though this
reason?
team-
What do you mean
even
for
though
some
this team-
reason?
This team is the hottest thing in the league
Oh
right
yeah,
now, Jonah.
Yeah, they're 9-9-4. Look out.
They're above the. If I told you before the season started, if they were above the Maple Leafs, you would think they're first in the division.
If you even said, like, I was looking at the bottom three. The bottom three in the division right now is Leafs, Sabres, Panthers. I would have thought that was like the top 3 of the division if you showed me to that without any context.
Oh man!
Congratulations, the East is mid, and you are at the bottom of the mid.
We'll be back.
Excuse me for saying they should blow it up.
We'll be back. No, but I'm still around. I still kind of want Alex Tuch here, so we'll see what happens.
Still, he's tied for the team lead in points. So
Okay. Not much to add there. What's next? Christian, do you have a new
Christian
food
Cafeteria?
item for us this week?
I do have a new food item.
Let's go! Let's go! The people are. Let's go! Let's go!
The claw.
Christian's Cafeteria. We are back, folks. It has been a few weeks.
It has been a few weeks, but I was at the Oilers game on Monday, about a week ago. Got tickets for my company. Thank you. Shout out.
Shout out company.
Shout out company. Shout out Seneca Gaming. I was sitting in the club level, and I happened to stumble upon, it was a kind of like a beef carving station. I can't, the name of it's escaping me a little bit, but I know what the name of the sandwich is. It's, first of all, it's right by the main area where the big bar is. and it's called the Stinger on Weck. Before I get into it, JP, do you know what a Stinger sub is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You do? It is a Buffalo staple.
Why don't you explain to the people? We got some out of Buffalo listeners.
So yeah, a Stinger sub is usually it's a sub, and it comes with chicken fingers, and it's usually like shredded beef, like a Philly cheesesteak type of thing, and then you put blue cheese or hot sauce on it, and it is a absolute gut bomb. But so we were in the 200s, and I walked over. I was like, that looks pretty good. It was called the Stinger on Weck. So basically what you're doing is you're taking the chicken finger part of the Stinger sandwich, and you're taking the beef part, which is what I said was usually like the steak, but instead of steak, it's the like beef with the au jus and on the Kimmelweck roll. So basically, like, JP, imagine you're taking like a chicken tendy, a Sabres chicken tendy, only it's like a fat chicken patty, but it's like it has the same texture. It's really good, with hot sauce, and then it's a beef on weck, essentially. So you just put a chicken patty in the middle with hot sauce, and then they give you a side of horseradish and house-made chips. And I gotta say, it's probably my new favorite food item.
Wow.
Even over the chicken tendies?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh
I will say
God.
over the chicken tendies.
What did the price tag come down to on that? That was like an expensive meal.
It was, I think, $18 for the. I'm pretty sure it was the same price as like a beer.
All right.
I will.
$18 for a sub isn't horrible.
At a Sabres
It
game,
wasn't. It
though.
wasn't
Sabres,
a, it wasn't
if
a
you're
sub.
if you're
It was a sandwich. So it was like the beef.
my
on
bad.
Sandwich.
My bad. It's not
But
a
it
sandwich.
came with chips too.
Not a
It
sub.
came with
It's a
chips.
sandwich.
And it also had like a garlicky aioli on it too. So I gotta say, man, 5 out of 5 stars. If you're at the Sabres game, you're sitting club. Check it
Can
out.
we get like a power rankings update of stuff? Maybe just stuff you've tried this year.
Okay, so what have I tried? I've tried that sandwich. I've tried the chicken sandwich and
The Tage Parm.
the Tage Parm.
And the tendies.
And the tendies, of course. Okay, so if I had to rank them, the Stinger on Weck 1, tendies 2, Tage Parm 3, chicken sandwich 4.
Where would you put the Dallas tendies?
5.
Easy 5. Okay.
It just wasn't good.
I believe you.
Hospitality was great in Dallas. I just didn't like the tendies. Didn't like them.
Okay. Is that all? Is
Kyle?
that everything you've tried?
I think so. Obviously,
that
I've
sounds
tried
about
stuff
right.
I've tried stuff in prior years too. Oh no, you know what? No. I also had the. I went to another game with my dad. We had the buffalo chicken pizza slice.
I was gonna say.
There it is. That's my number one.
Mm-hmm. I'll put that at. I'll put that at. I'm in between putting it above the Tage Parm or below the Tage Parm. I'll put it above the Tage Parm.
All right, you're lucky.
All right. You get by this time.
All right,
I tried something new too, actually.
What'd you try, JP?
Well, on the way to our seats, on the 100 level, if you're going left, there's this new pretzel stand, and it stuck out to me because they had a cinnamon pretzel, and I love cinnamon. And I was like, oh, like this actually might be really good. And the person I was there with, she also has a sweet tooth, so I was like, oh, like look at that, and she's like, oh, we should get that. I was like, okay, so we got it. And I was actually kind of underwhelmed. I was kind of disappointed. It was still fine. Like, it was
good,
good.
sweet
I just wouldn't. I probably wouldn't get it again. But if someone wanted to, like, I was expecting like an Annie Ann's pretzel with like the cinnamon sugar all over it.
Yeah.
Where it was kind of just like clumps of cinnamon on it, and it was still fine.
Didn't hit the spot, huh?
Yeah. Like, if you really like pretzels, I saw they had, like, stuffed pretzels, too. Like, I'm sure they have some very good pretzels over there. Like, pretzel was still good quality. Just wasn't to the level I was expecting.
Mm.
And you know what? One more thing I will add. Shout out to Jesse, because he did try the Tage Parm. And because he told me this story. He
I
texted
think this is
me.
a little late.
Hey, I'm a little late to the party here, but I did want to shout it
Like
out.
2 or 3 weeks
I
late.
was gonna say, yeah.
Whoever the guy sitting next to him was too judgmental. Let the man eat the Tage Parm in peace, all right? Let him enjoy it.
Well, hopefully it gets-
Unfortunately, none of us were in attendance for the beer saber.
Oh,
We're
I
talking
know.
about food. We
We're-
gotta bring up
I'm-
beer saber.
I will be in the
want it.
arena on Black Friday. I'm getting a beer saber, 100%.
Christian and I might be there too. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
can't
looking to
believe
see.
we
I was
missed
checking
out.
like Facebook Marketplace. Like I was trying to see if anybody was already selling them, but I'm proud. Everybody wants to keep their beer saber.
I will be keeping it once I get one.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, if I have to like, if I have to like climb over people just to grab one, then yeah, that's just what I got to do. There's no way I'm not walking. Like that is. The next installment of Christian's Cafeteria will include beer out of a beer saber.
The beer saber.
I did see that it was $27, and it's not even
I
like
don't.
that
I don't
much.
think it. I don't think it's
It's
that.
20 ounces. I mean, obviously,
Like it's a friggin' beer
any-
saber. If it was like $50,
it's
I
sick.
feel like that's like a worthwhile price, or not worthwhile, but like I could see that like $50 for a like I don't know what's your average. I'm trying to think of like other gimmicky beer consumption toys.
like a beer hat, like with the
Yeah, like what's a beer hat
cans on the
cost?
side. Probably like $20.
Yeah, I feel like that kind of. I feel like it average. I feel like it's a
15, $20
fine price.
No, but you
I-
buy a regular beer at the game, it's $18 anyway.
I was
Yeah.
just
Do
gonna
they
say
do
at a
refills?
Sabres game.
Oh, I don't know.
Probably not. To be
Probably
honest.
not. Probably
At a
gotta pour
Sabres
it in.
game, it's probably actually fine. They're adding on $9 for the actual cup, basically. But I'm saying in general,
Do you get
like
both?
$27.
That's my
for a
question. Do you
beer
get?
seems crazy.
Do you get both?
What do you mean?
Like when you buy the beer sabers, the beer in it on your first.
Yeah.
I would hope so. Yeah.
I would hope so too. And it'd be double dipping. It'd be some like PSL type.
It should be 27, and then it should be like the cost of a regular like tall boy after that. I feel like that would be a cool way of doing it, but I assume it would just be the exact same price.
Yeah. All right. I think with that, I don't believe we have anything to touch on. Unless we're forgetting about something. Otherwise, JP, I believe you're up, and I just have to say, like, we're at the hour 30 mark, and we're cruising technically. You know,
Efficiency.
Yes.
these past few
Yes.
episodes with just me and JP have
I was
gone,
gonna say,
gone a little
Christian,
long.
Christian, what are your thoughts on that?
What?
Why? Jonah and I, when the last 2 episodes we've recorded together, have been very long.
It's like a combined like 5.5 hours
Yes.
of talking
Wow.
about. I think both episodes of the team sucked. Like it was one of those
Well,
stretches.
That definitely didn't help.
That
But why
probably
do you
will play
think
into
Jonah
it.
and I are recording longer than why you're not here?
I don't know. You guys like to yap. I think that's the big one. I think you just guys like to hear yourselves talk.
I think it's if anybody's watching, I'll tell you the reason. I think if you're tuned in on YouTube right now, you can see that JP and I's eyes are considerably more open than Christian's right now.
No, it's just my face.
No,
man.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm actually feeling pretty good right now. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Did you
But,
pop a Monster, can of White Monster in before the episode started?
No, I didn't. I should have. I had some Chips Ahoy. Remember?
Well, there you go. That's fuel of champions.
Yeah, little sugar rush real quick. But I don't know. We might have to test this theory again next week because I might not be here for the next episode too.
This guy. Shame. All right, you got a good reason.
If they have a
Look
good
away.
week, then maybe we won't record that long.
Fair. What are we gonna do when this team gets good? Are we gonna just?
Does the
Is
conversation
it
get
gonna be
longer
all
or shorter?
rainbows and is it gonna be rainbows and sunshine?
I can't imagine.
all the
I mean, I guess
time?
it must be an amazing time for Bills fans, Bills content creators, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
The team
Oh,
kind of you got more to talk about, but they're still kind of good. So it's like a nice trade off.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, yep. I think.
What have you been
whenever
talking
they-
about what were we talking about last year? Josh is the MVP. Okay, that's a wrap. We'll see you guys
Division
next
race
week.
is over by week 7.
Yeah,
Whenever
Not
they
this
get
year.
good,
the Drake May
they'll
guy is
just-
pretty good. I hope he doesn't turn into anything.
It'll be fun. We'll be doing probably shorter episodes, but we'll actually be talking positive. We'll be able to critique individual players more. Not that we don't now.
We'll just
I
try
also
more
think
foods. We'll just have to.
We'd
Christian
try more food.
Christian's Cafeteria just slowly becomes a longer segment.
It'll just become a food podcast.
Yeah. It's not just that
The food
Sabres
report.
game. It's going to be at home. Yeah.
Food report.
Yeah. My girlfriend cooked a really good meal. Well, go into detail.
Hey, what you guys have for brunch on Sunday? Oh, I had this nice sandwich with a mimosa.
It's like, why is viewership going down? It's like, bro, we want to hear about the team.
The team hasn't been this good in damn near 15 years. What are you guys doing? I don't know. We're just drooling on our microphones as we talk about the next meal we're going to have.
It's boring to talk about a good team.
It's true. Could
Top
get a little-
10 places for chicken nuggets. JP, go. McDonald's, Moe's.
Moses chicken
Tops.
nuggets?
Does it?
No, it doesn't.
No
I'm thinking of
way
mac and
Moe's
cheese.
is
Top
chicken.
top 10 mac and cheese places.
Mac
Number
and
1,
cheese, Mooney's.
Moe's.
Mooney's. Number 1, Mooney's.
No, Moe's is Mexican. It does not have.
I thought you ordered something random at Moe's one time that like you would never expect.
Have you never been to Moe's before, Jonah?
Jonah-
I don't
Jonah's
frequent. I'm not a Mexican. I'm not a Mexican
Yeah,
food
he
guy.
doesn't like Mexican
Ah,
that much.
alright.
You're
I
probably
didn't
thinking
know
about
that.
Duff's. When I went to Duff's, when I was a junior in high school, and I
Yeah, I
ordered
was there for
grilled
that.
cheese.
Yeah, that's
You
what it
ordered
was.
grilled cheese at Duff's.
I was
Insane.
17. No, I might have been 16.
Yeah, one of the
I've
two.
grown a lot. I've grown a lot.
I don't. Your favorite food at Keybank is still chicken tenders. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, they slap. They absolutely
They
slap.
do.
But
They
I
do
will say,
slap.
the past 2, maybe 3 games, I've gotten this double stack burger. It's actually been pretty good. I do like smash burgers.
Any
a lot,
toppings
so.
on that, JP? Any toppings on it?
Well,
Ketchup.
a pickle automatically comes on it, and I take it off every
course.
time.
You haven't changed that much. Whenever I see you eat a burger with lettuce, tomato, and onion on it, then I'll know there's a different JP around.
Yeah, no, I take that stuff right off.
Oh my, we got a sub order
All
one
that
time.
shit
We
comes right
ordered
off.
subs together, and I got like mine medium, mayo, cheese, lettuce, little tomato. JP just plain.
Yeah.
What?
Did he
Plain
even
fingers
have
and
on it?
cheese.
Did you even have lettuce?
No, plain fingers and cheese.
Oh my god.
Just give
No,
me
I
some
need,
bread
like-
and
I
some
need some
fingers,
lettuce
and I'm
and
good.
onions.
And some cheese. Yeah.
I need like some lettuce and onion and some dressing on it just to round it out a little more.
It's like there's no
I feel
flavor.
like it's too
to
dry.
it.
If it,
Just
it
order
really- I feel
fingers
like it's
at
a
that
little too
point.
dry.
Well, that's basically what I'm doing. Just with bread.
Well, you're paying more.
Well, sometimes the bread's good.
He's
JP,
aware.
you
He's
like
he's,
blue
he's
cheese?
he's just flexing his bank account. Yeah, I could get chicken fingers, but I'm gonna get chicken finger. I'm gonna get a sub, but it's not a sub.
Fair. JP, do you like blue cheese? I can't remember.
I won't choose to eat it, but like what's it called? The pizza that Jonah likes. Like I like that. so.
Buffalo chicken. Yeah. Oh man,
Mm.
blue
Yeah.
cheese.
No, I like
slaps.
that. I won't.
It's already
put
been
my-
removed
won't
from
put
the
blue
arena.
cheese on anything. Yeah.
Best blue-
What's in replace of it now?
Is this month steak? I think chicken and steak maybe. I had that last year. Well, I think that's what they had the whole year last year. It was pretty good. It's just not. It ain't the buffalo chicken.
No. Buffalo chicken pizza is good.
Yeah.
Best blue
Well-
cheese in the game, though, Barbill. 100%. Can't beat it. Never had anything close.
All right, on to my segment.
All right. We'll move on. We'll move on off the food talk. All right, JP, dive into the weekly update for us, all right?
Yeah, thanks for the introduction. We got 3 games this week. We got Pittsburgh, New Jersey, and the Wild. Sabres are at Pittsburgh on Wednesday, which means we have the next 2 days off. This is at 7 p.m., and this will be on MSG. Goaltender matchup, I think UPL will play again. And then they have Arturs Silovs and Sergei Silvos and Sergei Murashov.
Man, this is a mouthful. This is fun to watch.
It's pretty rough. Tristan Jarry is on the IR right now. He was 5-2 and had the 21st in the league goal save above expected, and it was pretty much a split crease between Jarry and what was it?
Silvos. Is Silvos?
No, it's OVS. I'm not crazy. It's
Silovs?
Silovs.
Why did I flip it? I don't know. Maybe I'm a casual. I had flipped in my head.
Well, or maybe I just spelled it wrong. I don't know. But it was basically a split crease. Silovs is 4-3-1, has a 907, 2.74 goals against, and a 5.8 goals saved above expected, which is 18th in the league. So he's been very good. Murashov is 1-1-1, 913, 1.9 goals against, and he's basically net even as the goal saved above expected. Penguins are 10-6-5, fourth in the Metropolitan. This past week they beat Nashville, lost to Minnesota, and they lost to Seattle in overtime. They've actually lost 5 of their last 6 and 7 of their last 9, so they're not playing the best hockey right now. And 2 of those losses were in... They are due. 2 of their losses are in OT, and 1 was in a shootout. So some of them are still close games, but like I said, 7 of the last 9 have been losses. Their power play is first in the league at 32%, and their penalty kill is fourth in the league at 85.2%. I don't know how they're not above us in the special teams goals or whatever.
I think it's goals for percentage that has been out there.
Okay.
So it might be. It takes into account. I don't know. I'm not a math guy.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's you.
But they very good special teams. Malkin has 6 goals, 18 assists in 21 games. Crosby has 13 goals and 10 assists in 21 games. So the Unks are still playing. Crosby just recorded his 500th multi-point game. He has more multi-point games than 0-point games. Almost by like 100.
Jesus.
I think it was 402 0-point games and 500 multi-point games. So on any given night, when you've watched him in the past, you probably have witnessed a multi-point game. Rust has 15 points in 19 games. Carlson has 1 goal and 12 assists in 21 games. And Ricard Raquel is on the IR. So, I mean, Rust and Raquel were in trade rumors, and obviously none of that actually happened. Former Sabre, only one is Connor Clifton, who was just traded there for Connor Timmins. He has 0 points in 8 games. He's a -2. It looks like Clifton has been in and out of the lineup, and he's been swapping with Matt Dumba. So take your pick between Connor Clifton and Matt Dumba. My key of the game is try to match up with Crosby or Malkin. They are on separate lines. And to just try and play this game at 5-on-5 because they have some of the best special teams in the league. Then the Sabres play Friday at home versus New Jersey. This is at 4 p.m., and this will also be on MSG. This is a Goat Head game and a Beer Sabre game. The Beer Sabres will be there at all Friday and Saturday games going forward. Goaltender matchup, we'll see how UPL does. He could keep it going, or maybe Lyon will finally play for the first time in 3 weeks. They have Jake Allen and Jacob Markstrom. Allen is 7-4, 908, 2.46, 3.5 goals saved above expected. Markstrom is 5-3-1, and 864, 3.83 goals against, and a -4.8 goals saved above expected, which is 7th worst in the league.
Sounds like a perfect get-right game.
Yes, definitely. The Devils are 13-7-1, second in the Metropolitan. After losing the first game of the year, they went on an 8-game winning streak, but now they are on a 3-game losing streak. They lost to Tampa, Florida, and Philly this week. They do play Detroit tomorrow and St. Louis Wednesday before us. Their power play is 10th in the league. Their penalty kill is 6th in the league. Jack Hughes was just recently placed on IR from an injury at a dinner in case where Frank the Tank was in attendance. His favorite hockey team, and he put a curse on that team.
Frank the Tank.
I won't say that's not the only dinner that Jack Hughes was caught at this week.
That is my next thing. He was also spotted on a date with Tate McRae, one of Jonah's favorite musicians, this weekend.
What?
Why is she your favorite musician, Jonah?
I went to one concert, all right? Went to one concert.
It's
good concerts.
Yeah, their best player is he's on the IR. So I mean, obviously that's an issue. I don't know what the hell he did at that dinner. Like I mean, that's crazy. Cody Glass and Brett Pesce are also on the IR. Jesper Bratt is a point per game through 21. Dawson Mercer and Nico Herscher. Both
You've been struggling through these names, man.
Can I hear Brett's name one more time?
Jesper Pratt.
No, Brett.
Brett
blank.
Who?
The defenseman.
Brett Pesce?
Okay. You said it like Pesce.
Oh.
Hold on. JP, I don't mean to just cut you off. Name the 2 goaltenders from the Penguins again.
Oh, jeez.
Because Jonah walked away. I don't know if you heard it.
Our 2 Silovs, Sergei Murashov.
Sheloffs.
I think it's Sheloffs.
I didn't even get that.
There's no H.
Well,
it's those.
It's European.
I don't know if it's right. Yeah, some European.
And what was the other one?
Sergei Murashov.
Who's Nedeljkovic with now?
Isn't he with Detroit?
No,
that was
that was years ago. Yeah,
that was years ago.
He's with San Jose.
Yeah.
As you were.
As
Sorry.
I was.
Sorry to just stop to make fun of you for a second. Please continue.
I know. It's something I try to improve on, but it's just never gonna happen. Jesper Bratt is a point per game through 21 games. Dawson Mercer and Nico Heischer both have 16 points. Timo Meyer has 15 points. Simon Nemec is having a very good start to his second season as an NHLer. He has 13 points in 21 games. Luke Hughes has 12 points in 21. Dougie Hamilton is having a slow start. He only has 7 points in 17 games. There are no former Sabres on this team, and my key to this game is to try and take advantage of a Devils team that isn't playing the best and is without their best player.
Can I add a key? Dump the
Go
puck
for
in
it.
Luke Hughes' corner. That is all. That guy got turned inside out by Sam Lafferty just a few weeks ago.
It's true. I was going to make a comment about Luke Hughes, but I didn't come forth. And then the Sabres are at Minnesota on Saturday. This is at 8 p.m. on MSG. So, yes, this is a second half of a back-to-back since we play Friday and Saturday. But I will say the Wild are also on a back-to-back. Goaltender matchup.
Is there travel?
We travel. They don't.
Damn
They're home both games. So we do travel. So that is the only difference. Goaltender matchup, we'll see who plays for us. They have Philip Gustafsson and Jesper Wallstedt. They are the only goaltender tandem in the league with 2 shutouts each. They're both playing very good. Gustafsson is 6-7-1, 902, 2.79 goals against, and a 4.1 goal save above expected, 24th in the league. Wallstedt is 6-0-2, a 935, 2.2 goals against, and a 3.3 goal save above expected, which is 26th. So their goaltenders are definitely playing very good. The Wild are 12-7-4, third in the Central. They are currently on a 5-game winning streak with beating Anaheim, Vegas in OT, Carolina in a shootout, Pittsburgh, and Winnipeg. 3 of those last 5 wins were shutouts. They play Chicago Wednesday and Colorado at home at 3:30 on Friday. So they are also on a back-to-back, but like I said, they are not traveling. I guess at least they are playing Colorado, so maybe that's a high-intensity game, but we will be traveling, so we're technically at a disadvantage. Their power play is 5th in the league. Penalty kill is 28th. The $16 million man has 13 goals and 14 assists in 23 games. Matt Boldy has 13 goals and 12 assists in 23 games. Joel Eriksson-Ek has 11 assists and 15 points in 23 games. Brock Faber, one of the most overrated defensemen in the league, has 5 goals and 8 assists. Rookie Zeev Bum, that's definitely not it.
Booyum.
Rookie Zeev Bouillon, he's off to a very good start. He has 8 assists and 11 points in 23 games. They also have Terrence Sanko. I did not know he went there. He has 10 points in 18 games. And they also, I do recall this now, they traded for David Jiricek. He was actually just sent back down to the AHL after playing in 12 games and having 0 points. They have quite a few Sabres. Marcus Johansson, at age 35,
Still kicking.
is on pace for a career year.
Actually,
he has 8 goals and 11 assists through 23 games I think they've played. He's on pace for 67 points, which would be the most in his career.
good for Mojo.
He is shooting at a 23% right now, so that probably will go down. But he's playing good, and he's not even on that top line. He is playing with Eriksson Ek and Boldy right now, which, like I said, Boldy and Eriksson Ek are also doing very good. So their second line is putting up some numbers. They also have Vinny Hinostroza, who has 5 points in 22 games, but he just got placed in the IR, so he will not play against us. Marcus Foligno has 2 assists in 22 games, and Zach Bogosian has 0 points.
Bogo, he's still kicking.
He's still kicking. He's played 7 games. I think he was injured for about a month, but he has played the last 2 games, so we will see a Zach Bogosian appearance because I believe Jiricek was sent down for Bogosian to be in the lineup.
That is a decision.
Yes, it is. My key to this game, honestly, try to get a point. This team is playing very good. Like I said, they've won their last 5. They have a lot of the top talent is producing, and they're getting great goaltending right now. So try and get a point. Keep this a close game. Overall for this week, I mean, try and win 2 of 3, get 4 points on the next 5, and you probably move up a little in the division. So you need to keep winning some. And my only other note is we are facing 3 of the top 10 power plays this week, including the best in the league, which is the Devils. Which is Pittsburgh. So it's a good test for the penalty kill. Obviously, it's first in the league right now, and I think it matches the eye test. But this will be a big test. So, yep, that's it. So once again, they face Pittsburgh Wednesday. That is away. That's at 7 p.m. Sabres are at home Friday, 4 p.m. And they're at Minnesota Saturday at 8 p.m. A little Sabres after dark.
Nicely done.
Inspirational.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Should be said, it's always 2 of the best games this week. You got your Thanksgiving Eve.
Yep.
And then your Black Friday matinee. Always
Those
very
are
fun.
Good stuff.
Friday
Good stuff.
will probably be a sold out crowd.
Yeah. Well,
So-
Wednesday was the gravy boat game last year.
Yes, it was. Today was a butter dish.
That'd be,
Joan and I missed out.
yeah.
But
That'd be-
we'll see if the curse of the gravy boat or the butter dish lives on or it goes the other way.
Or does
The
it
gravy
get
boat
counteracted
curse.
by the era of the beer saber?
The beer saver has too much aura.
I don't think I've ever told this story that last year, JP and Christian were both at the game, just separately, and then it's Thanksgiving Eve, so obviously it's a night that a lot of people go out, and we ended up meeting up later that night. And I remember seeing Christian because they lost. What was it? Wasn't it 1-0?
1-0.
It was
1-0 to Minnesota last year, and I remember seeing Christian first. And just going up to them like, it's not a bad loss. It's not a bad loss. They're going to be fine. They're going to be okay. They lost 12 straight games after that.
They were not okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully this year's Thanksgiving Eve game goes a little bit better.
Yep. And that's the big Thanksgiving benchmark. So hopefully they win that game and maybe they're a point or two
Point
closer.
out. Yeah.
Point out.
Yep. Alrighty. I think that's going to do it for this one. Unless we've got one last chance. Bring up anything else we didn't really touch on. You're
Bill's
smiling.
Hallmark movie came out yesterday.
Oh my God!
I don't know if
No.
either
I
of
thought you were.
watched
I
that.
thought you were going to bring up like the Bandits that they were getting close
No,
to their
I
opening.
didn't see them. I didn't see anything. Bill's Hallmark movie came out.
This kid.
So look forward to the movie review on the BST pod.
Are you going on for that?
No, I'm saying I'm sure Ryan and Max will
talk about it.
talk about it. I know I know Ryan watched it. I think me and him were the only two that watched it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
It's going to stay that way.
Yeah, I mean,
Did they save the small town? Did their bakery sales save the town?
No, it was a family story. It was a classic Hallmark movie.
Did the Bills win the Super Bowl? How about that?
There's no family story about a Bills family. It's probably just a bunch of
Could you imagine like a Sabres Hallmark movie? Like who would even be included in that?
Well, you know what I said?
Sabres subplot.
People I was watching it with, I was like, they were talking.
They walk into town and why is everybody so depressed? And the hockey team is like 0-30.
They said something like, "Oh, over the last 50 years, like one of the reasons Buffalo people, have had hope is because of the Bills." I'm like, that's just Sabres erasure. I was like,
that's revisionist history.
Yeah, I swear they mentioned. I want to say they mentioned someone else maybe. But I was like, they're not going to mention the Sabres.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what they're
talking about. They were downtown at one point.
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. We've been holding on to Sabres highlights in 360p for the last 15 years. That has kept the hope going.
Let me tell you something. There was a 17-year stretch where the Bills did not give this town hope at all.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that BS is, but it's movie magic, I guess.
Yeah, it was classic Hallmark movie cringe stuff, but
of course.
Yeah. At least Terry wasn't in it. I was actually wondering if you would make it.
Okay, maybe I might watch now. Well, I heard McDermott's in it.
McDermott is in. He was he was fine.
And I wonder if
we can't
any
fire
of
him now.
I wonder if any of the other coaching staff made it into the movie. Like, I just wonder. Like if I was watching a Sabres movie and Seth Appert popped up on my screen.
Oh boy. It would have been hilarious if Terry's a toast, if that was like part of a movie. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, from the Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks.
Yep.
Yeah.
God. Well, on that note, I think that's going to do it for this one, folks. Thank you very much for listening. We should be back with you next week. Probably next Sunday, I would assume. Doesn't sound like Christian will be here for that. He'll be in Pittsburgh rooting on your aforementioned Buffalo Bills.
Yes. Big game.
Very big game.
I'll tell you, man.
They lose. They're out of a playoff spot. Yeah, that's
big game.
Very
insane. I wasn't expecting it to be, but we'll be there.
And I would say, well, if Aaron Rodgers doesn't play, they should be fine. They did just lose to Davis Mills, so. And
True.
What, Mason Rudolph put up 28 points?
Mm-hmm.
So, it's a big game no matter what happens. Yeah. So
the Sabres do play next Monday, so we will definitely be recording that Sunday.
There you go. So, until next time, if you want to follow us on Twitter, you can follow us at The Sabre Report. Also on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook at The Sabre Report. If you listen to this on YouTube, thank you very much for listening. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Tell us what you thought down in the comments. We always read them. Tell us what you thought about, obviously, very heated conversations about the current roster, goaltending situation, everything. Tell us what you thought, how you're feeling about the team right now. Is anybody joining me on the dark side? People got very close. I saw some people saying they were joining the dark side after Wednesday. So, let us know. Let us know in the comments. If you want updates for the pod itself, you can follow us at Sabre Report Pod on Twitter. Go give our aforementioned friends over at the Buffalo Sports Talk podcast a listen. Obviously, tough loss for the Buffalo Bills this week. One of the worst losses in recent memory. They will be breaking that down. They didn't come out with an episode, right? I think they're waiting until. Usually they wait till the slate of games is over, which includes sometimes they record during Monday night games. So they will be breaking down that loss in detail. I'm sure they'll have a lot to say about that, and it's always very insightful stuff. So go do that. But yeah, other than that, I think that's it for us. So once again, thank you very much for listening. We'll see you guys next time. Take care. And as always, Go Sabres.
Go Sabres.
Go Sabres.